Hello, good people. How's everyone doing? I trust that everyone is doing well. If you will, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Appreciate your support. Was in my thoughts on this week, and I figured I'd stop in and share a few comments if that's all right with everybody. Um, I guess I'm going to entitle this "In My Thoughts." In my thoughts. Some of the conversations I have with different folks and different things about the markets and what's going on in the markets and how to anticipate how things will go or how things works. I think in life we have to weigh our pros and our cons. Um, my wife likes to say she pick her battles or she choose her battles, whether it's in dealing with me and dealing with the job and dealing with the kids and what have you. Pick her battles. Some things are worth fighting for. Some things are just worth woosah letting it go. Um, it's the same way when it comes to balancing your budget for your house or balancing your budget on your job. If you have to weigh in on your budget for your department, for your group, for your organization, or for your business, what have you, whatever the case may be. I've had a small landscape service, and I had to you want to be profitable. You don't want to just be doing things wasting your time. So I had to evaluate the time away from my family. I had to take consideration the wear and tear on my vehicle, the cost of gas for the vehicle, the cost of gas for my equipment. I had the rider more, had the self-propelled push more, had a backpack blower, had the edger, had the weed eater. In my area, they came out some years ago, probably a decade ago or better. You had to have the paper bags if you leave your trash, your refuse out to be picked up for the public transportation. I'm sorry, public trash to pick up, or you would have to take it and drop it off at the dump. So I tried to dump a few times and didn't work out well for my schedule. Let me just say my landscape service on the side, it was a side hustle. So, I had to schedule in and around my work schedule, in and around my family time and any other obligations I had going on. So, all of those things had to be weighed in, excuse me, when I calculated my fees for the service of which I was providing. Said all that to say how you have to weigh your pros and your cons. You have to take in all the information presented to you, and then you had to extrapolate or you had to decipher from the information provided to you and choose the best solution that works for you, the best possible options that work in your favor, or as I like to say, set yourself up with the best possible position to succeed. What are you talking about? Same thing. I say in my thoughts about the stock market, about the crypto market. You have to be able to decipher the information that is before you. You have to be able to look at the current price of the stock or the crypto you're interested in. You have to be able to either manipulate the charts to show you um, how the stock or crypto has been performing over the past 6 months, over the past year, and in my mindset, you want to go back to how it was performing in 2021 when the markets were booming, both crypto and the stock market. So you want to look at the current price today. You want to look at what it was in 2021 or its all-time high. You want to look at what the company or the crypto is doing to over the next 6 months or year. How do you see these things? Well, there's various avenues you can take. You can go to Google and you can Google. You can go to YouTube. You can go to the company's website, portal, what have you, and you can look at their financial statements. You can look at what their forecast for the business is for the next 6 months, a year, or 5 years. All of these things you could take in consideration, or you can just look and say, hey, I think that's a good price. Shame on you if you don't do any research to figure out, is it a good price? Do research to figure out where is it expected to go over the next 6 months, over the next year, over the next year and a half. It's good to know that when it comes to crypto, you have Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving is a process. I'm not going to go into what the process is. Sometimes I say it, sometimes I say you got to do a little homework yourself. Go and look up, go and Google what is Bitcoin halving. And go and figure out that it happens every 4 years. And then go and figure out what happens over the next 12 months after each cycle of Bitcoin halving. I can tell you what it does after the Bitcoin halving over the next 12 months. It hits new all-time highs, Bitcoin there, that is. And as Bitcoin hit new highs, it drags up the rest of the crypto market. Everything may not perform price-wise as Bitcoin performs, but it will perform exceptionally better than what it has been over this past crypto winter. What is he talking about? Sounds like you have a little research to do to figure out what it is he's talking about. Do he know what he's talking about? Again, a little bit of research to figure out, do I know what I'm talking about? Am I saying something that can help you? Am I saying something that could possibly put you in the best possible position to succeed? If you know me as a person, then you know I only put out positive things, good things. So with that being said, do a little research, fact check for yourself. Figure out, is what he's saying, is it a real thing? Can it really help me? Do I have anything to put away into crypto? Which crypto should I put in? Go back through some of my old videos and I'll tell you about my favorite picks. Just to wet your whistle, anybody who's been watching me, following me, knows my favorite top two cryptos are the number 1 and 2. Bitcoin is number 1 crypto. Ethereum is the number 2 crypto. I've been screaming those ever since forever, whether I was on social media or just talking about it in conversation. And then what are my next 3 favorites? I would say ICP, Internet Computer. I would say Sandbox. I would say Mana. I'm not looking at it right now and I don't want to mess it up, but I would say Mana. Well, if you want to go beyond that, what else would you say? I would say Shiba Inu. I would say Crypto.com has one called Cryptos. It calls Kronos, Cronos. Sorry about that. Again, I was in my thoughts. If you wanted to go beyond that, what are some of the things? Solana, which everybody knows is running. Quant. ADA. Matic. Okay, I'm gonna stop. There are tons of cryptos you could go through, but that are still beat down in the dumps and has crazy room for profit. So get in the game. I'm always saying get in the game. Get in what game? The game of investing. You want to get in stock, you want to get in crypto. If you're not in and you're just getting in, then I would recommend you pick 5 stock and 5 crypto and start accumulating each. Whether you're doing $5 a week into each one, can you start with $5? Sure you can. Is $5 gonna make you a millionaire? Probably not. It would take a very long time, many years. But the thing is, it will make you a nice coin if you start doing it consistently on the regular. What does that mean? Weekly or bi-weekly or once a month? You can do $5 into each stock, $5 into each crypto, or you could do $10 into each one, or you could do $20 into each one. Whatever your pockets, whatever your budget can afford, can handle. You only want to invest money that you're not going to need at least for the next year. You got to give your money time to work to make you to give you a nice round return. In my opinion, I would be holding my stock and my crypto at least until the first quarter of 2025. Why? Some great things are expected to be happening in both markets come 2025. 2024 is going to be a good year. How do you know this? Do a little research. It's all about cycles and how things work and how things run. 2024 is going to be a good year. It's going to be an election year. Probably by the third quarter, by the end of the third quarter 2024, the stock market will be turning around. The economy worldwide will be turning around. The federal interest rate will be turning around. So there'll be a lot of good things going on. So portfolios are going to be looking real good. People are going to be taking profits like crazy. But if you've done a little research and you really want crazy profits, you really want that, what I've been talking about, what mentors been talking about, what influencers been talking about, life-changing money. What is life-changing money? What does life-changing money look like to you? To one person, $50,000 might be life-changing money. To another person, $100,000 might be life-changing money. To another person, $200,000 might be. $400,000 might be. $500,000 might be life-changing money. To another person, $1 million might be life-changing money. To others, multiple $1 million might be life-changing money. Is that possible? I don't know. Do some research for yourself and find out, is it possible? Okay, as I wind this up, I think I've said this before and I will keep on echoing it. In the stock market, how do you make money? In the crypto market, how do you make money? Being able to get a good buy-in price. What is a good buy-in price? Find something that has value to the world, to life, to mankind, that they're going to be needing or they're going to be wanting, that there's going to be a high demand for. Apple is a stock that the world will have high demand for, has been and always will be, because of the phones, because of the iPhones, because of the iPad, because of the watches, because of the iPod, and so much more. So it's a beast. But in any stock or crypto, you want to get one that your pockets can afford to consistently pick up weekly. The more you can accumulate and hold on to until its value begin to rise is how you make your money. If you have one of the 5 stocks that I recommended and one of the 5 cryptos that I recommended and you stop there, if you get it at a good price, you'll have a decent return. But if you have 10 of each stock that you could afford, if you have 10 of each crypto that you could afford, then you'll have a much nicer return. Excuse me. Cronos. Cronos is one of the ones I threw out a few moments ago. The price has been so ridiculously low. Okay, Cronos don't run up to a lot. I think it runs up, that's just out the top of my head, 89 cents or $1. But if you were buying it at 9 cents and you was putting in $5 a week, everybody was saying, he don't know what he's talking about. You can't make no money off of $5. 5 goes into $1. 10 goes into $1 10 times. So 9 is going to go into $1 10 point something times, right? And you were doing $5 a week. So that would be like at least 40 shares a week. And it's 52 weeks in a year. 40 times 52 weeks. And then let's say it goes to $1. Do the math. That's crypto. I was talking about ICP. ICP has been as low as $2 a share. Its all-time high is $750 a share. And if you were just buying one a week at $2 when it was $2 or $3 or $4 or $5, and you was buying one a week, and it's 52 weeks in a year, and it goes to $700. Do the math. In my thoughts, accumulate a decent position of whatever it is you're trying to accumulate. Not having 20 individual positions of one thing. That's not how you're gonna win in this game. You want to have a nice amount, whether it be 10, whether it be 100, whether it be 200, whether it be 1,000,000 shares. You did, if you have like 200 shares or something, and it goes up 3 times at what you bought it at, then you could sell half of it, and then you could let the rest ride. And if it goes up to double or 3 times that price from what you first sold it, and you still have half of it, and you didn't sell, now you have made a nice coin, a nice mint. Now you would be building your wealth. Okay, I got to close this thing out in my thoughts. I'm 16 minutes in now, but I was trying to be able to, you got to change the way you think. We look at things and say, oh, I can't make nothing with just $1. I can't make nothing with just $2. If you're further along, 6 months later, you get started with that small amount, then you've made a difference. And it will begin to motivate you, your own self. That's all my content does. I try to motivate, inspire people to get in the game. I try to turn you on to people that could really help you build your financial knowledge. People like Larry Jones, people like Stocks with Josh, people like Keenan Grace, people like Stock Mo, people like Stock Curry, people like Mommy Trader. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it with that. But you don't have a platform to trade on, I would say start with Robinhood. I like Robinhood. I love Robinhood because to me it's like investing for dummies. You know, when AOL first came out, they had the book AOL for Dummies, so you can learn how to operate your computer, learn how to manipulate the web. Well, Robinhood makes investing pretty easy. And then you could Google how to use any tool on the platform that you're trying to use. You'll need to learn about stop loss, how you set your stop loss. You need to learn that you can buy your stock or your crypto. You can buy it in shares or you can buy it in dollar amount. For crypto, I suggest getting crypto.com because some of those cryptos that I threw out are not available on Robinhood, are not available on a lot of sites. But you got to find a portfolio, a brokerage account that will allow you to invest into that particular crypto or that particular stock. In my bio, there's a link for Robinhood. There's a link for Moomoo. There's a link for Webull. There's a link for, I can't even recall everything. There's probably a link for crypto.com. I would love for you to use my link, but if you don't use my link, I would just love for you to get in the game and begin to grow your wealth, begin to expand your finances, being able to be a blessing to yourself, being able to be a blessing to your home, being able to be a blessing to your family. I'm just trying to cover myself. Well, as you grow your financial knowledge, you will quickly learn you can accumulate way more wealth than just to take care of yourself. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You may be absolutely right. Fact check everything I say. Go to some of these other influencers. Fact check what they say. Just get in the game. With that, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out because I went way further than I had planned to go. So you guys take care. And as I always say, be blessed continually, my friend.